Well, hey there, everybody. Uh, season previews, next season preview or off season preview or whichever we're leading up to the draft and stuff like that, and looking at team cap space and that, and what some of these teams might do. And we're up to Buffalo now. As I said, I'm going in order here. A lot of these teams have obviously already beginning their off season. But we're doing Buffalo now, a team that is, I would say they know what it's like to be god awful, but I sometimes really wonder if they really know exactly how god awful they are. They have not made the playoffs since 2011, and it honestly doesn't look like they're going to be doing that again, which is why I think, when I hear, what teams are going to tank for Gavin McKenna, my first thought, Buffalo. Because, yeah, they just, they're just, yeah, they're, I don't know. When it comes to Buffalo, I don't know. But, the projected cap space their projected cap space is $23,206,986. That is their projected cap space that they have. Now, the only actual unrestricted free agent that they have that is up this year is James Reimer, the goaltender, their backup goaltender. Alex Tuch is a UFA in 26-27, so 2 years from now, along with Sam Lafferty and Beck Malenstein. Tuch makes $4.75 million per. Sam Lafferty only makes $2 million, and Malenstein $1.35. They will be UFAs in 26-27. And then, of course, you got Reimer, who is a UFA now. The RFAs, their current restricted free agents, you have Ryan McLeod, Jack Quinn, JJ Peterka. We'll get back to him because there's a lot of things going on potentially about him. Tyson Kozak, Devin Levi, and Bowen Byram. There's some talk potentially about him too. Now, in the buyout category, they bought out Jeff Skinner's contract. That still has a number of years left on it. They are paying Jeff Skinner $4,444,444 for next year. It's a lot of fours in there. And then in 26-27, they are paying him $6,444,444. And then after 27, from 2027 to 2030, they're paying him $2,444,444. So, they're sitting there with a decent amount of dead cap space that they're going to be paying out. But again, they still have over $23 million in cap space. But if you're a team playing for the Buffalo Sabres, if you're a free agent, what's making you want to go there? Because I talked about JJ Peterka and Bowen Byram. They're both restricted free agents. JJ Peterka, the fact that they are contemplating trading him is beyond me. Because this, again, will just show that this is a team, they don't care about building a team that could be competitive, that could maybe get them back into the playoffs. JJ Peterka is, how old is he? He's 23 years old. You are literally contemplating trading a 23-year-old who is he's only on the upswing here. I mean, he's young yet. I mean, his previous cap hit was only $855,000, little over $855,000. Obviously he's going to be getting paid for, he's going to get a raise. But the fact that they're thinking of trading him is absolutely beyond me. Why in the world you would trade him? I think the Sabres, if they trade him, are absolutely out of their minds. Same with Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram is a good young defenseman. They acquired him in a trade with the Colorado Avalanche. Now Byram is, he's a couple years away. He's a few years away from being a UFA. He becomes a UFA in 27-28. But there's talk of Byram potentially being traded out. Especially, if they can't come to terms to contracts. But the fact that you've got these two guys, and Peterka especially has come on. He's like, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be in Buffalo. I wonder why. You want a chance to be on a winning team? You're not signing with the Sabres. You may end up wearing one of the most beautiful jerseys ever to be made, but you're not going to be winning. That's the thing. The Sabres have never shown that they can put together a winning team. I did a video talking about some of the guys that they had on this team, that if they still had these guys, they would have had a playoff team at least. Jack Eichel, Sam Reinhart, Casey Middlestad, you go down the list. It's crazy. They're trying to build the team around Rasmus Dahlin and Owen Power, two of the league's best defensemen. Rasmus Dahlin makes $11 million per. Owen Power makes $8.35 million per. Dahlin till 2032. Owen Power till 2031. But it's just I don't know. I don't know what they end up doing. And obviously they still have, two of their top forwards. You got Josh Norris and Tage Thompson, who are both signed until 2030. Norris making 7.95 and Thompson making 7.142, 857. Interesting how you get that. You get that in there. But, you've got these guys signed long term, but it also makes you kind of wonder, at what point are they going to go and say, especially if the Sabres continue to lose every single year and not make a run, at least not try to make the playoffs, at what point do they go and say, yeah, we're tired of this. We want out of here too. It won't shock me. It will not shock me if that happens. And, you've got to also think, two of your goaltenders, James Reimer's a UFA, Devin Levi is an RFA. What are you doing? What are you going to do with them? Are you going to let Reimer walk? Are you going to try to go with your tandem to be Luukkonen and Levi? I would think that's the tandem you go with. But again, I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing for Buffalo. Now we look at their draft. We look at the draft the next 3 years that Puckpedia has on here. In 2025 they have their first round draft pick. They have a second round, a third round. They have 2 fourth round picks, 1 fifth, 1 sixth, and 3 seventh round picks. So you could maybe make some, you could maybe do some finagling there to, maybe get rid of a 7th round pick here or there, because they got 3 of them here at this year's draft. Who knows if they try to get rid of at least one of them? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. 2026 though, they have their first round pick. They have 0 second round picks. They have 1 third round pick, 2 fourth, a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th. So that's for 2026. 2027, they have 1 pick in all of the rounds. 1 through 7, they have 1 pick for each one. Now, The interesting thing is when I look at especially a guy like Peterka, he doesn't want to be in Buffalo. At least that's from, that's what a lot of people have been saying, that he doesn't want to be in Buffalo. I think, and I could very easily, I don't know what team would do it. I would think a team with some cap space would definitely do it. Possibly even a team that, could be a contender. Offer sheet? Why wouldn't you try? If you're a team like, say, now, I mean, I know I've heard a team like Columbus might be in on trying to get Mitch Marner. But you know what? If you can't get Mitch Marner, if you're Columbus, why not throw an offer sheet out there at JJ Peterka and see what happens? You throw an offer sheet out there. The Sabres have 7 days to match. If it's a good chunk of change, I don't know why you wouldn't. I really don't know why you wouldn't try, because I mean, to me it would make sense. Let me see here. Just for the heck of it. Because it did change a little bit here. Let's see if they have. No, that's not it. I'm just trying to think here. I'm trying to remember what exactly the offer sheets were, or like for how much they were. But if the Sabres, if somebody throws an offer sheet out at Peterka, I don't know why if I'm Peterka, I don't know why you wouldn't try it. Okay, there we go. I did finally find what the offer sheet compensation would be for this year. And now I don't know when it comes to Peterka, because he is an RFA. If you throw an offer sheet out there, I don't know what you would. I mean, if you want the player, if you truly want the player, you're gonna probably try to throw out a contract out there that Buffalo's not gonna match, at least right away. Now, obviously, for a guy like Peterka, you're not going to offer more than $11,700,193, because then that would mean you would lose 4 first-round draft picks. But I mean, I could see, if you are really trying to poach Peterka out of Buffalo, I mean, I could see maybe I mean, it's got to be enough. It's got to be enough to be able to poach him out of there. I could see a team maybe going somewhere between the 4.68 and 7 million range, because then you would lose a first round draft pick and a third round draft pick. Or if you really want to get crazy, and maybe you offer him between these 7,020,144 and 9,360,153, that then, if somebody were to throw somebody, like an offer sheet in there of, say, let's throw 7 years, 8 million at Peterka, that's a first, a second, and a third that Buffalo would get back if they didn't match. Now again, I don't know if teams are going to do that. If any team is going to do that, for a player like Peterka, I'd give it a try, especially if you're a team that wants to be a contender, and a team that wants to be a playoff team, and you could potentially poach this really pretty good young player Why not give it a shot? Throw the offer sheet out there. I mean, it's entirely possible Buffalo matches. But then again, if Peterka doesn't really want to be there, you really want to try to match an offer sheet on a guy who doesn't want to be there? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, though. What does Buffalo do? What do you guys think Buffalo does? Do they try and go after anybody with their $23 million in cap space, or you know, what do they do? You know, and could they maybe get back into maybe trying to become a playoff team next year, or is it just going to be another year like it's always been the last, you know, basically 14 years for Buffalo, and they just say screw it and we're just going to tank for Gavin McKenna? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit that like button. Only takes a second. Definitely helps out the channel. Also, it'd be awesome. Subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. I would love you for that. And you know, hit that little notification bell too. That'll let you know. That'll let you know whenever future videos are uploaded. And you know, share the video. Share this video with everyone that you know. And you know, if you have friends or family out there who love hockey, tell them about the channel. I'd love to have every hockey fan in the world and every non-hockey fan. I'd love to have everybody. I'd love to have everybody out there. I'd love to have you all join me here at Larry's House of Hockey. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. You know, do the Buffalo Sabres, could they potentially be a playoff team next year, or is it, well, maybe go after Gavin McKenna? And let me know what you guys think. What happens with JJ Peterka? Does a team offer sheet him, or do the Sabres try to sign him? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I will see you guys later.